Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alec Young, the voice of Kyle. You might remember me from the trailer. They, said my name a bunch of times. As you may have noticed, this is not the first episode of Arceus' Wish. I'm actually here to officially announce that we had to push back the release date to at least mid-June instead. We unfortunately ended up having a few issues and overall perspective placed on us regarding the process of creating an episode for the show, as well as how long it takes to do so. By the way, if you want to hear a sneak peek of the first episode, and also find out different ways you can help us create episodes faster in the future, keep watching until the end. One of the first problems we faced was having to recast two of the characters, which took us a few weeks alone. Thankfully, we were able to find amazing and skilled voice actors to fill the roles, and we can't wait for you to see them, all of them, in action as the show progresses. After the recasting period, we had to get the new material and voice lines ready and edited, which had meant we were forced to stop working on the audio for episode 1 until that point. It was good to get back to work on it once more, and progress was made swiftly for a period of time. Now onto some good news. The sound design for the first episode is actually finished. There are only two, albeit important and time-consuming aspects we are missing. A lot of the art and music we need. Every named character in the show is said to have various portraits that display different emotions, such as the ones you see me flipping between right here. Because of this, and because we want to make sure not to rush our artists, especially considering this is a fan-made passion project, we made the decision to push back the first episode's release. By the way, number 2, we're trying to get ourselves an animated intro sequence going, which is also going to take a bit. It turns out that the episode is actually 50 to 100% longer than we expected, or were really planning for, but we decided against cutting away or shrinking it because all that happens in it is pretty pertinent to get all of you wrapping your heads around the plot that immediately kicks off from the second episode onward. So in summary, we need more time to complete this episode. After this, production of future episodes should go more smoothly, since we'll be reusing assets such as a lot of character portraits and even some music at times. Once we create a few episodes, we'll be able to get reasonable expectations on how often we'll be releasing episodes, and aim for regular intervals for them. Well, we made it to the end of the video. If you want to help us, there's actually a few different things you can do. If you're an artist, video editor, or sound designer and would like to help us work on the show, even if just for a few episodes, you're absolutely more than welcome to contact us through Twitter or our Tumblr page. Although we tend to check our Twitter messages much more often, so you'll be getting much more timely responses there. If you're not any of those things, but think you know of people that are and could be interested, be sure to share the project's trailer as well as any recruitment posts you find with them. And yes, this video counts too. If you want to go above and beyond with support, consider becoming an Underground Media Group patron. We'd very much like to eventually give our productions a budget. The UMG itself has no intention of keeping the money as profit for any projects that, like this one, aren't fully original creations. Instead, having a budget of any substantial size would allow us to pay our artists and performers, thus allowing us to go further and further with what we're able to make. Being able to pay every single person in each project's cast and crew is an eventual major goal for us, but we need to start somewhere if we hope to make that a reality. We know that we should hardly be expecting patrons as of the posting of this video, what with the first episode not even having been released yet, but once that does happen, we want to be sure people know how to support us. By becoming a patron, you'll have 3 different tier options. We call them wristbands, and they come in rainbow, gold, and diamond levels, respectively. To summarize, Rainbow Band patrons get access to general behind-the-scenes progress on all, and we mean all, of the projects the UMG is going on at any given time. They'll also earn a spot in the credits for every video we put up on this channel, from show episodes to update videos like this one. Gold Band patrons carry over all Rainbow Band perks with the added bonus of access to special polls that help us decide an array of different things, from how our projects are made down to what projects we take on next. This tier will also see patrons receive casting and artist calls for our projects early on, before public release, so that they get a chance to throw their hats in the ring to be part of what we do. Diamond Band patrons also carry over both the previous tier's benefits, but will be given special access to project development groups such as Discord servers. They'll also be able to have direct input in our projects, such as a chance to create their own minor role characters, and have the chance to watch episodes of our serially released content a whole week before release elsewhere. Now that we've caught you up to speed on just about everything that's happened, we hope you stick around and see the story to its completion. We have a somewhat clear trajectory planned, and we know how it's going to end. It will span about 3 seasons, so stick around. See you on episode 1. Here's the little audio sneak peek you were promised.
Arceus, he's unstoppable!
It can't be. Jirachi,
Can't you do anything to stop him either?
The wind blew stronger every second, coming from the shattered ceiling and walls of the temple's chamber. Arceus and Jirachi held on to whatever jutting rubble they could to keep themselves from being pulled into the ominous dark portal that sat open just outside the large shattered stained glass windows.
I can usually grant any wish, but he is too strong and drains you of my power.
The mythical Pokemon struggled to keep its hold on the stone pillar as it spoke.
It's as if the entire fabric of reality were slowly bending. If only he weren't so much like you.
Jirachi's right. My greatest mistake yet was having allowed him to come here. Of course, as soon as he got what he wanted, he betrayed me.
No legendary Pokemon can simply wish Arceus away, and no mythical Pokemon can either, let alone a normal Pokemon. And since he is now nearly identical to you in power, nothing I throw at him can have any effect. If nothing is done to stop him,
He will corrupt everything, and this world will be doomed if we don't destroy the source of his power. There must be a way to reach it.
but we can't possibly do that now. I am sorry, Arceus. I have failed you.
Unless, perhaps, we have not lost yet, Jirachi.
The legendary Pokemon had a moment of realization. He dug his feet into the ground to try to keep himself steady, but at this point, even he had begun to shift. Both him and Jirachi would soon be engulfed by the darkness awaiting them at the end of the room, sucking them into the portal no matter how hard they fought back.
He may be practically unaffected by our power. And perhaps no Pokemon in this world can hurt him at all. However, there is something else, completely unknown to him. Something whose origins don't apply to anything I've taught him. Perhaps we can use that.
You don't mean...
Yes, Jirachi. I shall make another wish, and this time it will be worth it. Do it now. Bring him to me.
As you wish, Arceus.
Finally, Jirachi let go of the pillar. Concentrating all its energy into a glowing orb, it launched it into the air just in time before disappearing into the darkness.
May your wish be granted!
Jirachi.
Arceus felt dark limbs enveloping his own.
Indeed. May it be granted indeed.
And then, just like that, everything went dark. Until a little spark of hope lit up far away. Are you ready, Kyle?